Hello and welcome back. Today we're doing a few short games in the Kirby Superstar collection. Let's see, I should be able to get through a few of these pretty quick. Then next week I'm probably gonna stop at the one-offs and try and do something actually, you know, somewhat substantial. A series. That's what I'm going for. A series. And in other news, after, you know, the end of this week, well, Sunday, which I guess is the beginning of next week, depending on how you look at it. Damn it. I wanted that. Well, yeah. Today's the last day for Cherry Blossoms in Animal Crossing. Sunday's the last day for Bunny Day. So once those are all finally done, I'm looking forward to, like, maybe not spending quite so much time on Animal Crossing. But right now, with the events going on, I feel like I just gotta make the most out of them. I screwed that up. Yeah. Joy-Cons are unreliable, and I'm not used to using a stinking GameCube controller with this. So my movements are a little off, but this is easy enough, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But yeah, I do wish I had the Super Nintendo-based Joy-Cons, but who knows if they'd work all that well anyway. Come to me! Well, this isn't promising. But yeah. I also want to do, yeah. Along similar lines, though, yeah, once I'm done sinking, like, all of my time into Animal Crossing, I also want to put some time into some frickin' creative writing. Which, I'm not sure if I can say that without sounding pretentious or not. Oh, yeah. I should have killed him before I went in. That was my own dumb fault. Of idiot. But yeah. I don't know. Haven't been doing that in a while, and now seems like the perfect time to get back into it. Actually kind of bothers me a little bit that I don't write as much as I used to, because when I had a creative writing class in the community college, the teacher there said about how I was such a prolific writer, and it is just really tapered off since then. Can't even tell you why. I have a bunch of things I can work on. And part of it might be that I do have a bunch of things to work on. It's like how, you know, I have like a billion video games to play. So then I always get choice anxiety, if that makes sense. It's like, well, rather than work on the dozens of things I could be doing, I'm going to work on, almost missed it, absolutely none of them. Because, you know, screwing around and doing nothing is an easier decision to make than, you know, actually screwing around with something. I don't know. I don't think I'm the only person that feels this way. But to some, I'm sure it sounds strange. I swear I used to be able to affect the angles I threw my frickin' bombs at. Anyway. Yeah. Maybe I could try, yeah, why don't I try it with the pad instead? The control pad as opposed to the joystick. Yeah. Yeah. That class was probably the favorite one I ever had in college, though. But I'm biased. Come on. That's the time you toss it? Although, yeah, it also demonstrated some of my own biases, like how I'm not really big into poetry. I don't know. I think the big thing that, you know, turns me off is that freeform is a thing. Because, yeah, I don't know. I just... it feels like making up, you know, random structures to, like, the way the words, you know, are arranged and everything just seems arbitrary. Like, you could just write it out as a memoir, right? Or something dumb like that. Calling just a random jumble of thoughts poetry, I don't know. Structure, that's where, you know, that's, like, the part that I like. Because I feel like that's challenging. There's actually very few poems I do like. Edgar Allan Poe, like his stuff, like The Raven and the Bell. Yeah, The Raven, and not The Raving, and The Bells. Those were the two, you know, big ones for me, and then I also had a few other ones, but those, for obvious reasons, are just the ones that come to mind. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I did some poems in that. Actually, it was interesting at the, yeah, we didn't have to share everything, but, you know, like, we had to share some, and one of the poems, you know, then at the end of the class, you know, like, not for peer revision, just, oh, come on, yeah, you're gonna wait until I'm right. Oh, okay, you don't, really? I thought it just flew right ahead, but I'm thinking of the stinking Brunto Bird. Well, now I feel like an idiot. A idiot. A real idiot. But yeah, at the end of the class, we just were like, you know, doing work, you know, like, sharing some of our work that we hadn't shared before. And I got a request to, you know, reread one of my poems. Which, it was about a friend of mine who started a relationship with a girl that was already in a relationship. Which really bothered me. Really severely bothered me. So I wrote a poem about how upset I was, and then, like, the girls, like, well, two girls, I won't say the whole class. They just seemed to like it, and, you know, thought it was not what I meant to do, but I'm still gonna do it. Very carefully, but not carefully enough. Come on. You can't just... Yeah, I was just... Yeah, they always... Yeah. The two that liked it were, you know, like, they found it interesting that I was not the one being cheated on in the poem. Because I guess I was just, you know, it just was such an angry, like, poem because I was, like, really disappointed in my friend at the time that they, yeah, I guess thought that, you know, like, it was odd that I was that upset without being directly involved. There we frickin' go. Sheesh, I suck at this today. But yeah, like, at the end when we were sharing stuff again, they asked that I actually reread that. And I always just found it interesting that, you know, that was the one that people seemed to like. I'm honestly, yeah, I thought so little of it, I'm not sure why I even shared it. It was kinda, I shouldn't say I thought little of it, but it was just kind of my own personal beef. So it seemed like a weird thing that somebody that, I'm typically pretty introverted, would bother, like, sharing with a group of people. So this is something that's affecting me in my life, and it really bothers me. You don't know anyone involved. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there was that. In another college class, though, speaking of writing poetry and the like, for theater class, we were asked, you know, like, the teacher wanted us to write a sonnet, right? And because I liked, you know, I liked the whole idea of them, give me the explanation anyway, even though I said no, of, like, limiting myself to that structure, right? So, like, they asked us to do that, yeah, to do one, and I went ahead and did, like, you know, it was like a half dozen to a dozen, I can't remember which. But then, you know, like, it was kind of like, oh, you went above and beyond. And then somebody else, like, he told one of the other people in the class, he's like, oh, well, you know what? I'll give you extra credit if you write extra sonnets. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, well, I already wrote extra sonnets. Am I gonna get that? So I don't know. I don't think I did get credit for the extra ones. The point was, it just bothered me. Although the class was easy enough. So it's not like I really needed the extra points. There's a few oddball classes that were just, I don't know, it was only community college, so I'm not trying to say I'm big brain. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The whole idea, though, is to go to community college for 2 years, and then go to, like, a regular university, but after that, I don't know. I had, like, a few friends who went to college for, you know, specific jobs, and then they never got said jobs. I missed the wheel that I wanted, but you know what? It's fine. So, you know, then they were just left with this overwhelming debt, right? So it always just struck me, I know it's an unhealthy attitude to have, but it always just struck me as a waste of time. So, you know, partly for that, I never went back to college. But I at least have an associate's degree, I believe it's called. It pretty much comes down to I want to write, but yeah, it was like some big, long, convoluted thing, like arts, languages, and humanities, which struck me as probably one of those worthless ones. I mean, I don't know. I'd love for somebody to prove me wrong, you know, like tell me different, but probably not one of the more helpful degrees to have. So, yeah. But yeah, that's my life story. Not a life story, but just a bit of what educational things I took. One player... Let's go big. Let's do 3. I'm gonna let them do it because it's distracting when they go into their... Yeah, when they do the screen break like this. Yeah. I don't know. That was like 9. I broke the frickin' world. Holy cow, I can probably never do that again. Yeah, I don't know. Just something I'm looking forward to shortly. I'm not sure how long our isolation is going to last yet. I mean, I'm admittedly I screwed that up. I screwed up at the last minute. This is going to be photo finish. Damn it! By 3 MTs. I'll try it again. But yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of enjoying it, but at the same time, I find myself, like, there's a few times I'm like, man, I'd really like to hang out with that person. Or, oh man, it's been a while since I've, like, gone out to a store and saw what was new on sale. Like, I haven't bought comic books in a while. And I'm kind of wondering what happened to old Sonic and the gang, you know? But yeah, that's just me. So yeah, I don't know. It'll give me some time to work on some things. I guess it doesn't, you know, it doesn't help my mood going back that I absolutely hate my job. But I think that's most people. Since I'm not at the tippy top, you know, it always feels like workers are treated as expendable and, like, you know, treated with contempt. Which I don't think that's specific to my job. I think most people kind of feel that way. And I'll see how quickly I die at Samurai Kirby. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of wondering with the situation being what it is. Okay, what'll do... You know what? I'll go down to easy, and I'll beat that, and then I'll look impressive. But yeah. Shoot, I lost my train of thought while I was focusing for the slash. Yeah, I'm wondering what sort of changes will happen. Because other people have pointed out that, like, not needing to commute, like, a lot of people working from home, it could make it so the traffic's less bad. I mean, it's like... The situation has highlighted a lot of things that are at least worth consideration at this point. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how things go from here. I don't think my job will be affected, but I could be wrong. Luckily, I have enough vacation time. Huh, I thought he didn't appear until the higher difficulties. How odd. Well, I suck. I'll try it one more time, just for an even threes here. But yeah. And I'll finish out my thoughts, I guess. Actually, I might have made a huge mistake. I might have finished my damn thoughts. My ding-dang thoughts. Yeah. It's gonna be, like, quite a change being able to, like, do anything like normal. I'm so used to just waking up, farting around, recording, like, one video, then editing and posting one video, and that's, like, pretty much it for the day. Every 2 weeks I'll do some cleaning, with minor cleaning done, like, in between. Like, I'm gonna vacuum today because my cat's dander is all over the rugs downstairs. But yeah, for the most part, just... It's pretty... Darn it. It's pretty, you know, relaxed and unstructured right now. Ay, ay, ay. Well, anyway, on that note, we'll call it here. Oh, excuse me. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. And we'll be back Monday at the latest with something. Something.